checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. 3 new plaintiffs joined the lawsuit against WWE and the McMahons. Post Wrestling reported there's a John Doe 6, a John Doe 7, and a John Doe 8. John Doe 6 was 11 or 12 when he claims that he was, let's see here, he was assaulted by Pat Patterson, is the claim here. And this one is notable because, you know, a lot of people over the years have always stated that that Pat Patterson had nothing to do with any of this, and that's why, you know, he was initially fired, let go, whatever from WWF along with Mel Phillips and others. But Pat Patterson came back.
And Terry Garvin.
And people always over the years would defend him and say, you know, yeah, definitely Garvin, definitely, but not Pat Patterson. Well, here is another John Doe who claims Pat Patterson, when he was 11 or 12 years old, July 14, 1989 in Baltimore. John Doe 7, which is kind of an interesting case because he says that he was 14 or 15 and this happened in 1974. So this was long before Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, Vince McMahon Jr. owned WWE. This would have been when Vince McMahon Sr. owned the company. This is going way back. This is before I was born, this incident in 1974. He was abused, he says, by Mel Phillips. And then John Doe 8 says 15 years old, 1982, Baltimore Civic Center. And also claims Mel Phillips. Now, there's also another name, John Doe 6, who was the one who claimed he was 11 or 12 in 1989. He says in 1992 there was an incident that involved Coco Beware, whose name has never come up, and who is still alive, and he was made no comment. But that is the new allegations here. So 3 new names. And of course, you know, the thing that we talked about, I mean, there's obviously a lot to get into, but I think, to me, I mean, it just astonishes me that you had 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds on the ring crew.
It's bizarre.
I mean,
it's absolutely
I don't
bizarre,
want to joke
Bryan.
about it, but let's just say, let's take out all allegations whatsoever. Let's pretend nothing ever happened in terms of allegations. Why did you have 11 to 15-year-olds on the ring crew? Dude, I didn't put the ring together much. I found a way to avoid it. But on all those indie shows I worked, the wrestlers had to put the ring together. And like, dude, in what universe are you employing children to put a ring together? Dude, these giant posts, like, it's like, I can't even understand why you would do it unless you had to have had
cover. Yes,
you had to have had some, like, reason to employ children. Because I even asked Dave last Sunday, I was like, look, I went to a million shows where the ring was put together. They never used children. Like, did they use children in the NWA? Did they use children in... And the answer is like, no, I never heard of them using children. It's like, God.
It's bizarre. It's disgusting. Because why else are 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds there? People will go, well, what, Bobby Eaton? Bobby Eaton's stepfather was Bill Dundee. And look, I don't know everybody's situation on how you get into the business. You know, Terry Gordy's uncle trained him. He was in the business before he got in at a young age. Obviously, in Mexico, there's a family tradition where people start off young. They're in the business. Okay, but, like, again, if you've ever seen a ring get put up, like, these things aren't light. You know, these boards aren't... You have an 11-year-old with these long...
The ring posts?
About it, yes,
the ring frame?
About it is to me just... It's a nasty... It feels like nasty business, and these things have been out there for so long. I didn't even know Mel Phillips was employed by the WWF as it would have been back in 1974. That's a revelation to me that happened, that he was employed even then, and that it's just... There's always been a lot of looking the other way in wrestling. And you saw it with the Jake Roberts story when that played itself out, when people would talk about Grizzly Smith, about like we didn't think about it, you couldn't believe it, that sort of thing. But like, didn't anybody go like, no, an old man and a 14-year-old girl driving around? Like, damn, dirty, dirty business.
Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.